Welcome to the Effortlessly Abundant Life podcast, where we will dive into the mindset, spirituality, and practical tools to have more of what you want with less effort. I'm your host, Natalia, a mindset shifter, certified life and success coach, and hypnotherapist who is obsessed with making your life feel good from the inside out. So let's dive in today's episode in 3, 2, 1. Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome to our second part of why you are not manifesting whatever that is that you want. So if you missed part 1, definitely listen to this because it's such a good episode where I laid down for you the first 5 reasons of why it's not happening and what do you need to do to actually start making things happen for you. Okay. And today we're going to really dive into our next 5 reasons of why it is not here yet for you. So with no further ado, let's go right into it. This is a good one, guys. And if you've been following one of my latest podcast episode where I really talk to you about my step by step how to manifest anything that you want, one of the most important steps is the 5th step, which is letting go and trust the universe, right? And this is a big one. And this is our 6th reason. And I see it all the time. People are holding on, controlling, want to control the how, they want to control the time, when it's going to happen, and they don't understand why it's not happening. Remember when I talked to you about being specific? So here's the thing. You cannot control how whatever that is that you want will manifest in your life and when it's going to happen. It's just not something we have the control of because it's not just us in this universe, right? We are part of the universe, and this amazing what you call it, God, consciousness, divine, any of that is responsible for the good of all, in all, right? And making sure that whatever that is that you want will also be for the good of all and realigning things for you. And sometimes it takes longer. Sometimes it's just not something you can call for next week. And this is why you need to trust divine timing and know that everything will happen in the right time. And you're not late. You are not late to the game, or it's too late for you. There's no such thing. You're exactly where you're meant to be. And it's all about, after you did the subconscious work, you did all the things that I mentioned in our previous episode, and it's not here yet, it's because it's not the time yet for you. It's because things are rearranging that are taking a little longer maybe than you want, but they are happening behind the scenes, and you need to trust that it will come at the right time for you. We are not patient at all. We want everything now and here, and it's only getting worse with the generation that we have today, because looking into our phones and just ordering on Amazon, having this instant gratification all the time is just building that muscle that we want everything now. But the truth is that a lot of people that want everything now, they cannot actually have it. Because what's happening, we need to understand, in order to receive whatever that is that we want, we need to be an energetic match to it. And sometimes it takes longer for us to even be able to hold that energy, to be able to be the version that can experience the thing that we want. If it's more money, or the relationship that we want, or the freedom that we want, or the business that we want. And if we're going to go to the business example, a lot of people don't understand why their business is not taking off, why I am doing the things, I'm all those things, but it's not happening, is because you are still in your employee type of mindset and you're not in an entrepreneur mindset, and it just takes longer for you to transition in order to be able to sustain a business. It's not just opening a business and closing it after 2 years. You want a sustainable business that is going to feel good, that is going to be profitable, that is going to give you so much joy and fulfillment. And it takes time for you to become that version of yourself that can be and hold this manifestation. So the timing is never off. And I want you to stop shaming yourself and stop blaming yourself for being off. If you do all the things you can and you hired a coach and you are doing the subconscious work and you're doing the daily consistent action steps and mindset steps towards whatever that is that you want, and it's not here yet, all I want you to know that whenever you plant the seed and you water it like you water your seed, right? Whatever that is that you want to manifest, and you watering by doing the actions, by being the version of that thing that you want to manifest on a daily basis, and it's not here yet, it's because you just got to keep doing it and doing it and doing it until it's just going to blossom into this beautiful flower that is more beautiful than you could ever imagine. But don't give up on yourself, and don't give up on whatever that is that you want. Because what's the alternative? What's the alternative? To give up and what? Be that old version of yourself, or just kind of settle on life? Not on my watch. Not on my watch. If you're in this energy with me, if you're on this podcast and you're listening, or you are one of my clients, you know I am never giving up on whatever that is that you want. It's crucial. It's not important, it's crucial. So I want you to never, ever, ever give up on yourself and your dreams, and know that it's valid and it's going to happen. It's just not the time yet. But don't steal your own energy and your own passion because you are attached to a certain result or a certain timeline that you put for yourself, and just feel like you failed because it's not happened yet. That's not the truth. It will happen, but keep watering the seed every single day. Don't give up. Keep watering it and watering it and watering it. It just becomes closer and closer and closer and closer. And boom, one beautiful day, it's just going to happen. And you know what's funny? You're not even going to care, because by becoming that version of yourself that is that identity, that experience it, the love, the abundance, the whatever that is that you want to manifest, is going to feel so good and so fulfilling that when you're going to get the thing, you're like, oh, okay, I guess it's here. Yay. But it's true. It's more about the journey than the outcome. Because what is the point? If we're always going to attach ourselves to feeling good when we're going to get the thing, we're rubbing our own happiness off from ourselves. So I want you to still, every single time and every single day, choose your own happiness and your own joy in spite of everything that is going on. That can feel very hard at times, but always coming back to whatever that is that you want, and doing the inner work and doing the actions to whatever that is that you want, and be consistent with that. It just feels so good, because you are in your own power. You're not letting anything external or even circumstances to define if you're happy or you're not. You define and you decide if you want to be happy and you're not. And this is what I teach my clients to do. And if you feel called to, I have an amazing opportunity to start working with me for my spring application that is now open for enrollment. So if you feel called to, and if it's a hell yes in your body, and you want to make more money in your business, in your life, or you want to leave your corporate job and you want to open your own business and you don't know how to start, and you feel paralyzed, or you want to call in a beautiful soulmate that you want to share life with, and it's just not happening for you yet, and the biological clock is ticking, and you're just feeling like everything is so further than wherever you want, This is an opportunity to work with me one-on-one, where I customize for you in the next 3 months and journey that is going to help to bridge wherever you are to receiving the thing that you want, and become a match to that in an effortlessly way. And it's going to feel good in this journey. It's not going to feel like you're hustling yourself to death. You're working hard, and it's all strategy, and it's all that things. I'm all about bridging the practical tools, but also the spiritual tools. And really, because it's all about combining them together to give you the best results, and also making sure you customize it for that person. Because manifestation is not one size fits all. Let me tell you, every person is unique in its own energy and how to do the things. So it's about feeling good and in your journey of creating the life of your dreams. So if you feel interested and you want to learn more about it, all the information and applications in the description bar below or in the show notes. And if you have any further questions, I'm at Effortlessly Abundant Life on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, everywhere. So follow me to get more of whatever you're listening to right now. Beautiful. So let's go to our next reason why it is not happening for you. Well, remember we talked about the 5th step, which is trusting and allowing the universe, and knowing that the timing and the how is not up to your hands. We're going to take it further. You're not fully trusting and allowing the universe to do its magic. Here's the thing. We are responsible for our energetics and how we perceive the world, right? This is where we have the choice of how we want to feel. But as I said, the timing and the how things will happen for you, it's not up to you. There is a universe that already exists before you and pretty much will exist after you're not physically here, that created everything around you. This exquisite nature, planets, species, earth, plants, like everything you know and see around you was created by source. So think about it. As much as we are powerful, where we are part of God, and that's what I truly believe, we are an extension of source. And by actually fulfilling our purpose and fulfilling who we are and doing whatever that is we feel called into doing, we're actually extending source, because God kind of reveals himself through us and expanding himself through us, because we are unique in our own way and we are uniquely extensions of God. But what I want you to think about, that it's a co-creation relationship. It's not all on God. It's not just all on source. It's not just sitting on a couch all day and just, I'm manifesting. That's BS. That's not true. It's co-creating. You have a role and the universe have a role. And as the bridge method, it's about bridging both the universe and you in the middle, to meet in the middle and co-create this thing that you want to create. So asking yourself, am I over controlling? Am I overdoing? Am I over tiring myself and exhausting myself and not truly trusting there's something bigger than me that created everything around me, created worlds that can bring whatever that is that I want in the most amazing way that I can't even imagine. And this was hard for me. I remember that I had to make a decision with myself. Do I trust God fully? And I'm not going into stuck religion type of thinking. I'm talking about believing there's something greater than you, not greater than you, but there's something that is very powerful that is already made all the things you see around you, the creator worlds. That is a very powerful source. You can't ignore it, right? You just cannot. And understanding that what it is for God to bring you $1 million. He just created an entire universe. $1 million is nothing. The relationship is nothing. It's a little kind of like dot in the entire ocean. That's what it is. And it's true. Nothing is too big or small for the universe to deliver for you. But you have to let go of that grip and stop holding your fist too tight and start relaxing your hands and opening yourself up, opening your heart, opening your mind, opening your body, your soul, your energy to allow things to move in the way they should move through you. Allow, for God's sake. Don't over control and over hustle everything. Because I've been there working 9 to 10 p.m., 13 hours every single day. So I can have more money, closing more deals, having more clients. And I would barely scratch the surface because I was just so tired. And I would not trust fully that I can have it easily, that I don't need to work so hard. I just didn't trust that it's possible for me until I didn't have a choice. And that's what's happening for a lot of us. We get to a point we are just raising our hands and just give up because we're just like, we can't do this anymore. And guess what happens? Things are start to come for you easier and better. So why get to that point where you are sick, where you are exhausted, when you are done emotionally, physically, mentally? Why? Can we do it before, make the decision that, hey, I have my part and I'll do my part. But I also know and trust that the universe got my back, and I can just lean back a little bit and take the back seat a little bit and help the universe to move through me in a better way. And again, I'm not saying sit in the couch all day and do nothing, because that doesn't feel good either. But sometimes you definitely need to. If you're overworking yourself, you actually need to relax a little bit more than you think. You need to chill a little bit more than you think and give yourself the permission not to be always productive. Because what is productive? What is productive about over hustling yourself? Checking a bunch of, on your to-do list. Like, this is not what a life is about. A life is about feeling good. And if you really want the quantum leap results and the amazing things you want, you cannot overwork yourself towards it. There's not enough hours or ideas in your mind or the strategies to get there. There's something bigger that needs to be involved in order to create those miracles for you. And you have to allow it to move through you. And it's all about energetically trusting. And again, it's about making the subconscious understand that it's safe to trust. Because if your body is not trusting, and we're going to talk about it in one of the reasons today, but trusting, it's not, if you don't trust God, there are so many different things you don't trust either. And we're going to talk about it. So I'm not going to go too deep into it, but really see where you can chill a little bit more, where you're not overworking yourself a little bit more, where you can allow a little bit more. This is a big one for me, let me tell you. And this is how I start closing more deals and doing more and getting more. And I didn't work harder at all. And it was just like this light bulb that, oh my God, it is possible. And when you start realizing it, sky's the limit, because things are just going to come better and better and better and better. And you're like, oh, I don't need to overdo and overkill myself and control every little thing. I can just allow and chill a little bit and relax a little bit and have fun a little bit and not take everything so seriously. And this is another one that I'm going to tell you guys. Don't take whatever that is that you want too seriously. It's not a big deal. And it's something you need to understand. Your life before this, wanting whatever that is that you want, was okay. You survived. You're here. You're living, you're breathing. Even if you don't have that thing in your hands right now, if you're single and you want to manifest that relationship and it's not happening for you, it's not a life and death situation. You are here. You're survived. You're okay, even without that. So again, it's not putting this thing that you want on a pedestal and make it so important and big deal. Let loose, have fun with it a little bit more, be a little bit more curious in that energy and not in the energy of flight or fight or like black and white, or if it's not happening, that's it. My life is not good and everything is shit and I'm not going to feel good and I'm not going to be miserable and all these things are going into your head. That's not the truth. Relax, enjoy, be curious, know that the universe got your back. Do the things you need to do for sure. Hire the coach, do the work that you need to do, but don't, again, steal your own happiness because it's not here yet. Choose to be happy in spite of not having it yet and knowing that it's going to happen. Maybe tomorrow, maybe in 2 years, but it's going to happen. Okay, moving to our 8th reason. I stopped counting because I'm just giving you more and more because things come through me and you know how it is. So I'm just going to channel whatever moves through me. So our next reason is you're not grateful for whatever that is that you have right now. And this is the one thing people don't understand. If you're not grateful for whatever that is that you have right now and seeing how that thing that you want is already existing in your life right now, how do you expect to receive more? Wherever we focus on grows. So wherever energy flows, wherever we focus on, more energy flows into that. So if I am not, and I'm choosing not to see that I have already money and I'm already financially abundant, why would you think $1 million would want to come to you? It's not happening. You have to start implementing this understanding that being grateful, it's one of those things that are going to change your life. If you're not starting your day with a list of 5 things you're grateful for, I don't know who you are and what you do with your life. So start doing it. And I highly recommend to get yourself a beautiful journal that feels good and just start writing 5 things you're grateful for. And before you know it, it's going to be a full page. And if there's things that you want and you're not seeing yet, I want you to start seeing where that is already happening for you and start being grateful for it and write about it. So if we talk about financial abundance, oh my God, I received this check and I got this money and I have this amount right now. And I'm so grateful that I have it. And people, one of the things they're thinking that, oh, if I'm being grateful for what I have, it means I'm okay with that and I'm settling and I'm not going to call in more money. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. So take that out of your mind right now, scratch it, toss it, burn it. I don't know. This is not the truth. The truth is you are already being grateful because it's all here and the now anyway. So you're choosing to see where this energy already, that feeling is already existing in your life right now, where this abundance already exists in your life right now, and you choosing to be grateful for it. You choosing to acknowledge it. You choosing to know there's more where it came from. And where is exactly what I said, energy, wherever you focus, more energy flows into it. So if I'm being grateful for having money and seeing more money coming into me, what do you think is going to happen? More money is going to come to me with ease. If I'm not going to be grateful and I'm just going to it's not going to happen. So even if I'm walking down the street and I see a quarter and I'm all the time, I'm finding money, by the way. And at beginning, I would be just like, it's not a big enough for me. And I would just dismiss it at the beginning. And I feel like I'm not really calling in as money as I used to. And it's just like, I started to being grateful for every quarter, it doesn't matter, whatever coin that was, I would be grateful for it. I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so grateful that I just found money. So fun. You guys don't understand. I found a gift card from Whole Foods at $250. There was no name on it, nothing. It was just meant for me. I know it. And I found it, and there was obviously, if there was somebody to give it to, I would, but it was nothing. There was no name on it, nothing. It was just on the street. And I was like, holy shit, I just knew it's meant for me. And I was so grateful for it. And there's so many stories I can tell you of things that happened for me financially by being grateful for a quarter. But if I would think, oh, if I'm grateful for a quarter, I'm settling for the little money. That's not true. Money is money. Money is money. Love is love. Where do you feel and you see love in your life right now? Where can you be grateful of it right now? That's the magic. So start writing those 5 things you're grateful for every single day, guys. It will change your life. I promise you. And this is actually part of my free guided meditation and also journal prompts that I'm giving out. It's called Mindset Up Accelerator, which is going to accelerate you from wherever you are to wherever you want to be on a daily basis. This is like life transforming. I should charge money for it, but I'm not, because I really want to help you guys. So if you are interested, it's all in the show notes in the description bar below, where you can grab it for free and start energetically move your energy every single day from doing breath work, guided meditation, and the journal prompts. And one of them is the gratitude, where it's going to really help your subconscious and your mind and your body to kind of shift it from feeling to feeling amazing, and actually call in the things that you want in your life. Okay, let's move to our last 2 reasons why the thing that you want is not manifested yet. You don't believe you're worthy of it. Here's the thing. Whatever we don't believe we're worthy of, we're not going to bring into our life. Worthiness is one of those things that usually we decide. It's a decision we make for ourselves, especially when we're kids, because our subconscious is kind of reprogram itself by the age of 7. And if we made a decision that we're not worthy of love because our parents didn't give us enough attention, or we're not worthy of speaking up or expressing our wills or getting attention, because in school we would get almost like penalized for it, or would be punished for it, or we saw it as not being safe for us to do. That is something that is gonna completely shift your whole entire life. And a lot of times we're not even aware of where we are not feeling worthy of, because we're kind of like, I want to have the relationship, but you don't feel worthy of receiving love, because it's almost like impossible for you to imagine yourself having it, because it was something that you didn't receive completely. You didn't receive that unconditional love in your childhood. And this is something that I had to do, that inner work, what I do with my clients in my 3-month program, coaching 101. It's that inner child work, which is so, so important. And really making peace with yourself and the relationships that shaped who you are. Because if you're not forgiving yourself and the people around you, and redecide how you want to feel towards them and towards yourself, and what are you worthy of and what you're not, you're gonna live life that are not what do you want? What do you actually want? And this is the thing that I saw a lot of times, like, okay, for me, for instance, I didn't feel worthy of money if I didn't work hard towards it, because in my childhood, I saw my parents working 3 jobs. I didn't even see them. I was pretty much raised by myself. I would make my own lunch, and it's not sad. It was just like what it was. I would just come home, with the key on my chest, and just make my own pizza in the microwave. I know it's horrible, but that's the truth. I would watch a little bit of TV, and I remember I would just like be by myself. And I remember that we never had enough. I would not even dare to ask for brand new shoes or a shirt on Zara, like, because I knew they didn't have. So, and mind you, I was born in Belarus and I raised in Israel. And when we moved to Israel, we were placed in the most expensive, like a Beverly Hills of Israel. And we just didn't know, right? We were lucky because like that was a rich neighborhood, but I was the most poor girl in the school. I didn't have even a car. Like we had bicycle. My dad had a bicycle. I didn't have a bed till I was like 4 years old. I was sleeping in a suitcase. I was sharing my room with my grandma. Like this is the life that I had. And it's not like I was not starving. I had food. I had the basic needs met, but I didn't feel worthy of luxury. I didn't feel worthy of a lot of money because it's something that I didn't see in my close, like in my childhood and with my close relationships. And a lot of people kind of stepping in their own toes of receiving that quantum leaps, the big sums of money, the big love, the big things that they really want, because they almost feel, who am I to have that if my parents didn't have it? Or I don't want to be more than the people around me. Or I don't want to stand out too much because in school, whenever I stood out, I would be laughed off and people would just put me down and I would not feel worthy of it. And I'd be like, okay. And you make that decision right there that's it. I'm no longer going to do that. Your subconscious made that decision right away for you, where it's going to be, okay, got it. It's not safe for you. I would never put you in that situation. So anything that comes close to it, I'm going to keep you safe. And this is the thing, like we live right now where our mind, our spiritual, our soul is so advancing fast, but our body in this survival type mode, right? Almost in the cave age world where our body is striving for comfort, for stability, for safetyness. And our spiritual mind is just like, woof, wants to fly. And we have this kind of like battle where we need to get our body aligned with our spiritual. And it takes time to, again, feel safe into receiving the whatever that is that we want and feel worthy of it. And that's actually moved to my last reason, that physically your body is not able to hold that type of pleasure, that type of happiness. Even if it's good for you to have the relationship that you want, even if it's good for you to have the business that you want, but your body physically cannot hold that type of pleasure. It's not wired to hold that type of pleasure. It will feel like a lot of pain, and it will feel like suffering. You see what I'm saying? So it's all about the work of the mind, body, and soul together to align you to whatever that is that you want. So talking about the last reason. So before I move on to the last reason, the thing that I want to point out, how you actually can start believing you're worthy of whatever that is that you want, is really making peace and asking yourself, where did I make the decision in my childhood, that first memory, that I'm now worthy of whatever that is that I want? Where did I make the decision that I'm not worthy of love? Where did I make the decision I'm not worthy of the money? Where did I make a decision I'm not worthy of freedom? Where? And where can you forgive yourself and others so you can start moving towards feeling worthy of it? And when we're talking about the body holding pleasure, it's a big topic that I'm not obviously going to go too in depth, because I want to make a whole episode about it, because it's so important. Pleasure is, for a lot of women, and I'm talking to the women out here and also men, it's painful. It's not comfortable. And if you, whatever you want and desire, if you want to desire more clients or a big sum of money or the relationship of your dreams or whatever that is that you want, traveling around the world, but you almost addicted to suffering and to pain and to complaining and to feeling like a victim, and you do not know how to be in the pleasure for too long, it's going to be very hard for you to manifest all those things that you want on the physical level. I'm talking about, because you're not wired to pleasure. You're wired to, your body is wired through the trauma and not wired through the pleasure. And trauma is something that we all been through. Everybody have some kind of trauma in their life. And this is something that I believe that is meant for us to move us to the freedom of what's beyond the pain, what's beyond the trauma, and not let that define how we see life. We're not going to close off ourselves just because we got hurt once or twice, because it's not fair towards yourself and towards anybody that you want to call into to actually feel pleasure with. And here I want to direct you to start doing the little things throughout your day, how it can bring more pleasure into your life. And it could be, oh, instead of just like rushing through the morning, I'm going to take time for myself. And I'm going to do the Mindset Up Accelerator and do the meditation, do the journaling for 20 minutes. I am going to enjoy the matcha in the morning that I'm making for myself. Or I'm going to, instead of drinking a regular coffee, I'm going to get myself a really nice fresh press coffee maker or an espresso. Or I'm going to, whatever that excites you. Maybe you want to go and get yourself a coffee in the coffee shop. And no, don't tell me that it's going to make you broke by buying it, because again, we're now going to that. What would your version of yourself that is abundant would do right now? Would it be thinking about $3 cup of coffee? And no, if it brings you pleasure and you want that coffee, get it. That's your permission slip. Get the damn coffee. We're talking about, by the way, so this morning I went with my family on our morning stroll, and I just like this morning was like, you know what? I don't want to go to this coffee shop. I love this vibe, this this coffee, and we went there. And this is how I bring pleasure for myself, for the little things. And then enjoying the food that you're eating, enjoying the conversation you're having, not thinking about the next thing you need to do or what happened, like be in the now, be in the pleasure of experiencing whatever that is you're having right now, being in the pleasure sexually, being present with yourself. The little things, if it's with your partner, with yourself, like enjoying and not just getting to the finish line. Like that is not the point. The point is to enjoy the process, enjoy the journey, right? So where you can enjoy the journey, romanticize a little bit of your life, get yourself a bouquet of flowers just because, or go on a trip with your friends if it feels good, or go book a spa for yourself just because. Where can you bring more pleasure into your life? So you're wiring yourself to be able to hold on to that pleasure, whatever that is that you're manifesting, because that's the ultimate pleasure for you, right? But if your body doesn't feel safe and feeling pleasure, it's going to be very, very hard for it to hold that. And it's not happening overnight. It's the little decisions you're making throughout your day, throughout your life, to put yourself first and taking up space and calling and expressing whatever that is that you want, and being honest with yourself, whatever that is that you want, and following through in whatever that is that you want. And again, it's the little things. What I want to eat for today, what I want to drink today, who I want to hang out today, what will going to bring me pleasure. And by doing that, you're showing the universe, oh, there you go. She can hold that. She's becoming a match to it vibrationally. So let me give her that more and more and more and more until you're really going to be able to receive it and hold it. So I hope, guys, you enjoy this episode, because I know that I did. That was honestly, I never heard anybody doing this type of in-depth, going into the real kind of reasons why it's not happening. So I would really appreciate it if you can post it so more people that are suffering, they are confused, they don't know it's not happening for them yet, will be able to listen to this episode and get a little bit of clarity. I would really appreciate it. You can post it on your stories, sharing your favorite reason, or maybe bring your own example or a reason that you want to share with me. I love hearing from you guys. So share it on your social and just tag me at Effortlessly Abundant Life. And I promise not only to reshare it, but sending you a gift from me that you definitely don't want to miss. It's so, so good. And also, if you're going to rate this episode and this entire podcast so more people can listen to it, that's the how the algorithm works. I'm also going to send you a free gift for me. So just screenshot it, send it to me, DM it to me, and I will send you the free gift. That it's amazing, guys. I don't want to even say it because it's so good. So just trust me that you want to have it. Okay. So definitely do all those things. And again, if you're interested to dive deeper and make the life that you want a dream, not a dream, and actually reality, I have 3 spots left in my coaching one-on-one. So go ahead to the show notes, the description bar below, click the link to apply to make sure that it is a good fit for you and for me. And with that, guys, I love you so, so, so much. I believe in you, and always know the best is yet to come. Everything is happening for you. Everything is exactly what it should be. And just let go, trust, believe, and know, and choose to feel good now in spite of everything that is happening for you. So I'm sending you my love, my good energy, and helping you to bring out whatever that is that you want more easily. And I'll see you guys in our next episode. Bye, guys.